Hi everybody, it's Tom from FindTheBestCarPrice.com. Today we are going to take a look at the 2022 Kia Forte. This is a very solid entry-level vehicle for anybody who's looking for really one of the most reasonably priced models on the market today as far as a four-door compact sedan. The exterior color is steel gray, accented by black interior, and a sticker price of $20,585. That's not too bad. Projector beam headlights, and at this price point, I'd say that's not too bad. The whole front end of the vehicle is very nice looking. In fact, it's redesigned for 2022, as is the rear, so there are some minor changes. And here on the front end, one thing you will find with the Forte is it is one of the highest with MPGs in its class. Part of that's going to come because of the air curtain right here, allowing air to flow in through the front end right there and really increase gas mileage, decreasing drag, increasing the aerodynamics of the vehicle enough to help make a difference. 205/55 tires at all four corners, wrapped around 16-inch wheels. And a quick look at the remote for the Forte. All the functionality is found on the side, with one exception. You will have the button, as you can see right there. When I push that, the key will come out. So this isn't going to be a push button start model, but at the price point, you still get quite a bit for what you pay for. And what about cargo capacity? Well, first of all, let's open the trunk. We'll use the remote to do that. There's also a button on the interior of the vehicle. 15.3 cubic feet of cargo capacity. Here, we'll just take a quick look within the confines of the trunk area. And right up here is where you will find the release to maximize cargo space. I'll pull on this one so we can lower the rear seats, just to show you the functionality that is here and how that ultimately works. I briefly teased earlier to the fact that this Forte gets great gas mileage, and that's because of the 2-liter 4-cylinder. 147 horsepower is what it's producing. Now, if you want a little bit more horsepower, there is the 1.6-liter 4-cylinder that puts out 201. In this case, this is a front-wheel drive model, single-speed CVT or continuously variable transmission. With 147 horsepower, the gas mileage come in as follows: 29 miles per gallon city, 39 on the highway, 33 combined. And according to Kia, for every 100 miles you drive your Forte with this 2-liter 4-cylinder under the hood, you should use 3 gallons of gas. And what do you get with the interior? Well, while it may be kind of bare bones back here, you do have the ability to put a decent-sized water bottle. That is a fairly deep door bin. Comfortable rear seating. Surprisingly, there is a reasonable amount of space back here. There's not a lot to go by with the frills of technology back here or goodies, but there is space back here for rear seat passengers. No rear air conditioning vents and no connectivity of any sort, but at not much over $20,000, I don't think that's too bad. But one thing that is impressive is the technology you'll find in the front seat. Let's take a look. And taking a look in through the driver's side door, you won't find much of a difference between the driver and the passenger side door, other than a little bit more in the way of functionality with the switches right here. You can control the power side view mirrors right there. Everything I probably don't need to tell you much about, but you do have a larger door bin on these front doors. So you may want to call shotgun or even grab the keys if you want the larger door bin. A fully adjustable steering wheel, although it is manually adjustable. You're just going to drop this lever right here and you can adjust it tilt and telescopically. Also adjustable seats for the driver and the passenger. They are manually adjustable, but there is a lot of adjustability there. I mentioned the fact that there is a lot of technology here based on the price. You have, as you can see on the instrument cluster right there, you can see that the driver's side door is open. Now, for an old school experience, if you're looking for it, you do have the key that you insert into the ignition to start the engine up. And a nice looking instrument cluster. One thing that's interesting here, I don't always point this out, but since they rent vehicles like this a lot at car rental agencies, let's say you fill up the gas tank and you're thinking to yourself, I forgot to look and see where the gas tank is. Which side is it on? On every vehicle, look down here at the gas gauge, see that gas pump right there? The arrow on the left-hand side is telling you where the gas tank is located. Steering wheel mounted controls, pretty easy to figure out what's what here. And then here is the infotainment screen, a fairly large infotainment screen for this class of vehicle. And there is a lot here. We'll go through a few of the different features as to what you have. A lot of different settings you can go in and change. If I can get that to work, there we go. Just took a second to come up, but as you can see, there is everything that you can do. You can go back home, and a quick look at what the backup camera looks like, just so you can see that. It is a very clear view with those trajectory lines. Single zone climate control. I don't think you really need more than that in an interior of this size. And there is some connectivity down here, as you can see underneath that area. Let's keep that out of the way, with two 12-volt power outlets and a USB port. And honestly, you could get adapters for those 12-volt power outlets and turn them into USB ports also. The traditional shifter here for people who are not fans of the push-button shifter. Well, here you go. Here's what you need, what you want. There are the cup holders. Kind of an old school parking brake. It's not a power parking brake, it's a manual parking brake. And then we will take a quick look into the interior. Let's see if I can get that open, of the console. It doesn't look all that big, but it is fairly deep. Not as long, but deep. So quite a bit of space within this Kia Forte. But I have to admit, for what you pay for, I think you get quite a bit on this model. So if you can negotiate just right, you can do even better on the price. To learn more about the model in today's video, visit the link in the description for a detailed comparison between trims and pricing for the vehicle we featured, or any vehicle you may be interested in. These pages feature information such as our recommended trim level based on price, value, and features. Thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. We look forward to seeing you next time.